Oh shit, what's up everybody? Woo! Look what I got! That's right, she's alive. She is alive and sounded fucking nasty. It's not done yet. Still got a bunch of work to do. I have no mirrors. My handlebars are ever so slightly bent. It's dirty as fuck. I don't know if you can see that. I have no front turn signals, but I have rear turn signals. So I'm going to take the rear turn signals off because here in Texas you don't need rear turn signals. And there are a few other things that make it not quite legal to be riding on the street yet. You hit about 6,000 RPM when the V-Boost comes on, and the closest thing I can kind of describe it as is if you've ever been in like a Mustang or a Camaro and they had like a 50 shot, you know, not like a 100 shot, but like a 50 shot, and you spray that 50 shot, that's about what the V-Boost feels like. It's a pretty significant increase in power. So I'm gonna get rid of these fucking ugly ass fake carbon levers. I'm gonna get some nice eBay billet anodized levers. I'm gonna replace the bent handlebars. I'm not sure what I'm gonna replace them with yet. I was going to do dirt bike bars because a lot of people do dirt bike bars on the vmaxes, but I'm kind of liking the slightly swept back cruiser bars. As you can see, this side is swept back a little more than this side because this side's bent a little. Oh man, just listen to that. What that is the Delcovic slip-ons. That's the 9-inch stainless cans. I got it off eBay for like under 400 bucks shipped. I can't complain. It did exactly what I want. It's, believe it or not, it's not that loud. My DRZ is significantly louder. Yeah, my DRZ is definitely significantly louder than this bike. Yeah, you know, I don't, now that I'm riding it, I kind of don't want to sell it, but I have to. I need the money to buy the bags for my V-Strom. I need the money to pay back. I spent a bunch of money out of my savings account to buy and, you know, get this thing back on the road. So I need to pay that back into the account. It's still a completely foreign riding position to me. And it's funny because I'm doing like 70 right now, and it feels like I'm doing like fucking 110. I feel the speed and air on this more than I do even on the DRZ. It's got the fucking highway pegs, which are awesome. The things that the highway pegs are attached to, these engine crash bars, are all bent and fucked up, and you know, the chrome's peeling off them, so I got to replace those. And unfortunately, the only thing I'm finding on eBay to replace them is like fucking $200, so I'm not spending $200 for that. So I'm waiting to see what happens. I might try to find somebody that can straighten out the bends in these, and then you know, get them re-chromed. But yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked. I have a new seat cover coming for this because the seat cover that's on it's all cracked and fucked up. I found a seat cover on eBay for 160 bucks. It was like 169 shipped. And all the reviews say that this guy's seat covers are good, so there was a local upholstery guy that would do the he'd reupholster it, the stock seat, really nice for $225. If the price was closer, I would have just paid for him to do it. But $169 to $225 plus tax, you know, that's a pretty big savings. So I'm just gonna do it myself. It should come out nice. I'll take my time. This bike feels like it should have an extra gear. And here I am doing 75 and I'm at like 4,500 RPM. I don't know how far I get out of a gas tank yet, so I'm just, you know, putting some gas in it. I filled it up about, that says 30, but I forgot to reset it when I filled it. So I think I filled it up probably 40 miles ago. And I think it gets about 20 miles to the gallon. So I'm gonna fill it up again after I get up here to where I'm going. Now I am on my way up to Central Texas Power Sports. I guess they're having a vintage bike show. Meeting this guy Brian I met at a big bike meet here in town, a local guy. AK-47 that works up here, he's gonna be working, so I don't expect him to really hang so much. But yeah, I don't have big plans for this bike. I have new side covers. The guy gave them to me with the bike. I'm gonna put those on, and I need to clean it. Like I said, it's fucking filthy. If you're familiar with restoration projects, I would call the cleanliness of this bike, I would call it a barn find. Basically that means it's like it'd been sitting in a barn for a couple years with like doves shitting on it and barn dirt, you know, and squirrels living in it and shit. That's about how dirty the bike is. Whoa! I think the clutch is slipping in this thing. I don't know how much that cost to replace. I suppose it could just be the clutch is fucked up from sitting for so long. It feels solid, and it's just in this gear it just slipped a little. Harley dealer. I think this bike is significantly more badass than a Harley. Maybe a V-Rod, you know, V-Rods are pretty fucking badass. The seat on this thing is surprisingly not that comfortable. It's comfortable for a while, but after about 20 minutes it starts to be like, alright, my ass is kind of not comfortable. The bike, like, I've stood behind it and I've revved it standing behind it, and riding through the neighborhood, it is not as loud as the Supermoto. But like, you know, riding like this, it's definitely bothering me more. Like maybe I want to wear some earplugs. I think this is the exit for the, yeah, there we go. The bike show. What's up, man? Did you hear it? Yeah. The clutch is wasted, dude. If I go over like 10% throttle in 5th gear, It goes, yeah!
Wow. Is it?
Oh wait, so we can order you a clutch, Dave.
I know, I'm hoping it's not that hard to do.